back to the episode reviews. I'm so excited to be doing these again. So today we are going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 6, episode 1. We are about to be so fed this fall. Ugh. And I'm going to be so busy recording these episode reviews for you. All in all, how did I feel about the premiere? I would give it maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. It wasn't like revolutionary. At this point, I feel like we're recycling a lot of things. However, I am not willing to blame one person on that. I think that these women know what they're doing. And you want what I want to say about the Salt Lake City women, I appreciate that they never spoil a season. I appreciate that we never know what's going to happen in the season going into the season. I will be honest, my number one complaint about the season premiere is it featured too much Brittany with an I. Yep, it really did. I get it. Everybody's like, oh, it's comedy. You have to understand her. She's a theater person. I don't care. I don't care. It's not authentic. It's not organic. She's always just like saying something to make sure she gets her lines in, to make sure she gets her screen time, and I'm over it. She also like does not gel well with the women, okay? Why, oh why? Even if they were going on a tropical trip, would you have a bikini on the travel? You wouldn't. You did it for a shtick. And I don't mind some shticky stuff, but it just gives try hard. Like, it's screaming try hard. And I get it. She's in on the joke. We're all in on the joke. Is it even still a joke if we're all in on it? Starting off on a trip. I don't even want to call it a trip. Everybody's like, they're starting off on a cash trip. Like, babe, this is far from a cash trip. They went an hour out to Provo. And the only reason I know about Provo is because I watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives also. Utah is having a moment. But anyways, while on the RV, Bronwyn said something that I found very interesting. And that is that she is apparently a germaphobe. And I'm going to say that she is not a germaphobe because I saw the dog shit in her house in multiple places. I have 3 dogs. My dogs don't poop the only time my dogs poop in the house is if they're sick and they can't hold it and they're like, and usually it's not poop, it's throw up. So why the dogs are pooping in the house is beyond me. I don't have puppies either. I don't know if that dog was puppy. However, something's telling me you're not really a germaphobe, mama. Speaking of Bronwyn, here's my thing when it comes to the whole Bronwyn of it all. I cannot stand whatever is happening in Housewives nowadays, where we are sitting here complaining about people lying about stuff that we have seen Housewives lie about. So, i.e., the necklace. I don't give a fuck that she lied about the necklace. It's giving loser junior high wanted to fit in with the in crowd. And she said that. But these shows, these franchises are like based off of like the haves and the have-nots and keeping up with the Joneses. Yes, it was very loserish for her to lie about the necklace. It's nothing more and nothing less. Lisa calling her psychotic. Lisa comparing her to Jen Shah. I hate when these women compare anybody to Jen Shah to try and get their point across. Lisa is not like Jen Shah. Bronwyn is not like Jen Shah. Now, Lisa is not paying her loans back, it seems, right? And you can go to jail for that. I don't think she's gonna go to jail for it, but you won't serve jail time for just like lying to your friend saying like, yeah, I bought the necklace and you really didn't buy it. Please give me a break. Heather. We're too old. We are too old to be acting this loserish over being friends with Lisa, because she's sitting there yelling at Bronwyn being like, what I do have on you is lying about the necklace and it ain't great. It ain't that terrible either. Shut up. Like, you've got to be kidding me. These people are like dogs with bones, and Heather cannot talk about anybody lying. Anybody. She had us believe for years that she did not know who punched her in the face. Years. And people were like, well, she was protecting her friend. Her criminal friend, Jen Shah? Her criminal friend. She literally wrote in her book that maybe production knew what happened, but she didn't. She was blaming other people. What do we call that? A lie. Y'all don't care about lies. You care about who's telling the lies. And they want to pick who is okay to lie and who it's not okay to lie. And that's what I don't like. And Bronwyn does have a point when she says, Lisa can talk about all of our marriages, all of our businesses, all of our finances, but we can't talk about her. And when it comes to Brittany, I want to clear something up, right? Because she's like, Whitney, why can Whitney say all of these things about me, but I can't say something about her? Whitney didn't say anything about anybody. She said, I don't think Lisa's here because she doesn't want to be around Bronwyn. That's just an opinion. That's not something bad. She's just saying, I think she's here. I don't think it's work. I think it's the fact that she don't want to be around Bronwyn. Because one, that is work. Like, make no mistake. The group, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, what they're saying is, Lisa wouldn't not be here because of work, because this is work. They are saying that Lisa, she is a hardworking woman. She knows how to get to work and show up on the trip. But I did see somebody say that they think that maybe Lisa was still negotiating contract things, and that's why she wasn't on the trip. They had no, like, merit. They just said, like, maybe that's why, and I could see that. It's very annoying to see. I don't have a, like, Lisa, if you followed me for a while, you know how I feel about her. It is fine for people to be friends with Lisa, but it always comes with a sucking up aspect, whether it's Whitney, whether it's Heather, whether it's anybody. And I do agree that Heather knows exactly what they're talking about in the headlines. And if you cannot convince me, if it were Angie, Bronwyn, Mary, anybody else's business in the Salt Lake City Tribune, that Heather would be sitting there being like, I have no clue what you're talking about. I haven't seen it at all. Yes, you have. If it were anybody else besides Lisa, okay? So give me a freaking break. And I also don't think that Heather would be being nice to Bronwyn. I don't think she even would have gotten in that kayak with Bronwyn had Lisa been there. And that is a problem. It's not solely a Lisa problem. It's a Lisa and Heather problem, right? I don't think Lisa is behind the scenes threatening Heather and being like, I'm going to take your fucking lunch money if you go hang out and are cordial with Bronwyn. I think Heather just has loserist tendencies. I mean, she's admitted it before when she was all up Jen Shah's ass and all of the stuff that she took on the chin for her. Like, that's how she is. It's loserish. Now, I do want to say I have had such a roller coaster of emotions on how I feel about Whitney, but I don't think any of those women would ever come on to the screen and tell us my business failed. My business failed. I don't think they would do that. It's clear Lisa is having problems paying her loans back, right? And that's not necessarily the sign of a failing business. If you like have dealt with any type of business, like sometimes you default on loans. Sometimes, you know, money gets tight. It's the ebbs and flows of having a business. And Heather did say, like, I have had plenty of failures in business before I got to Beauty Lab and Laser. We never talk about the failures. We only talk about the wins. But that's my thing with them trying to throw Whitney's failed jewelry business in her face. And I just want to know, who is buying Meredith Marks jewelry? No shade. No shade. When I'm looking for some new pieces of jewelry, I'm not getting on meredithmarks.com. I'm not saying she don't have cute stuff, right? Actually, let me take a gander on there. Girl, a Meredith Marks yellow gold chain necklace is $15,900. Anita ring yellow gold diamond $14.95. Girl, I know you. She has a $10,000 bracelet on here. Like, no, ma'am. And then what does she have? She has something that says like, oh, you can get her cat. Oh, this is her website. Huh. Last looks. This ring is interesting. There was something on there that said like celebrities. Press. Celebrity. Oh, okay. So she has celebrities on here that wear her jewelry. So there's like a photo of Rihanna. I don't know if we can see that because I have the light on in the background. There's like a photo of Rihanna. And I think that girl's on Victoria's Secret. I don't know who that is. Who's that? Oh, Brittany Snow. I don't know who that girl is. Chelsea Handler. This is so interesting. A lot of these photos look old also. But anyways, yeah, I don't exactly see people running to buy Meredith Marks caviar and jewelry, and or even advertise it for real, but I don't know. Like I said, all in all, it was an okay premiere. I'm interested to see where else this season is going, but Salt Lake City is always one of my favorites. I said when we saw the trailer at first, do I personally think that Lisa and her husband are really having problems? No, I don't. I really don't. But it just feels like same shit, different season with Lisa. She comes at people, she yells at them, and then she's like, I've never done anything to these people. And it's like, y'all all have done things to each other. It's not poor Lisa, but whatever. All right, that's gonna be it. Drop down in the comments and let me know how you felt about the first episode of season 6 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And I will talk to y'all down there and in the next video. Bye.